Hello there, this is Reece Russell, and you're watching The Weekly Steel Chair.
It's my life in the box in front of me. Taking talk in my arms is the soul of me. You walk by, ask to see me laid face down.
What's up, everybody? How are we? She does when I make the move. All for view, no and more show. But hello, everybody. Welcome to your multi-show discussion, I should say. Unfortunately, tonight accessing the Excel spreadsheet is going to be a problem. It got you to click. Well, that's the whole point. Some things you're just meant to click. Tonight's going to be a bit of a difficult one because I am struggling to get into the stupid Excel spreadsheet because it wants me to get into my password and it's being a dick and won't let me do it. So it really is a tight one tonight, but I'm still going to get your predictions, don't worry. Just means we might have to do things a little differently. Let me see. It's not the easiest one tonight, unfortunately. I am trying, of course. You know what Outlook's like? It's fucking shit when you try to reset your password and it goes, no, we're not letting you do it. And we're like, you fucking will, and it still doesn't let you do it. It's a piece of shit. But I'll still take your predictions and I'll try and add them in, but it's likely to be tomorrow. It'll make it a whole lot harder. So if you do want to take part in the predictions, you're gonna have to do it as one big message. And when I say it, I mean like this. This is how serious I am. You're gonna have to do it like that. Like I've had to do it like in full like this. Oh, we've got two shows. We've got Victory Road to do and Destruction in Cope. But that's at the very end. But I'm just telling you all now because there's nothing I can literally do. Like I'm stuck with this because Excel unfortunately linked to Outlook online, so you can't fucking view the whole thing. So it's ridiculous. There's nothing I can do, unfortunately, and I am trying. I'm gonna keep trying. What's up, Tyre? So the best I can do is suffer this way, but there's no other way to do it. The worst thing is I had my password written down as well, and it's decided not to take it. So I'm still trying to sort that. It's just going to take me a little time. Unless that's it. Unavailable. Bullshit. You don't want to do both, that's fine, but it means you're not involved this weekend. How much is New Japan's pay-per-view? It's £9. It's dirt cheap. Yeah, they're an alright channel. They're not right. I need to get back into my emails anyway. It'll make it difficult if I can't get back into them. I'll be screwed if I can't get into my emails. I say minimize, you fucking useless thing. There we go. But yeah, I've got my predictions. So if anybody wants to take part, you're more than welcome. If not, it's fine. Obviously, Fernando has no choice. If he doesn't, then it'll be an automatic, well, forfeit. And I don't want to do that to him. We're also in the final 100 days of Tanahashi's career, so that's interesting. What's up, Maria? Need to get into the shitty thing. Outlook better not screw me over. Right, how many matches? Alright, 8 matches for Destruction and Kobe. That's alright, actually. I can get mine in just now. You can start predicting if you want, but it needs to be all in one, because I've got no other option. I have to do it as one big prediction. I'm going to go with Showa Yuya. In fact, I'll just do Team Showa, even though he's a twat. Bolton Oleg will win that. Knockout Brothers. AJ Styles versus Tanahashi. Unlikely, but I know he wants it. Okay, that's me got at least those ones down. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you need the winner of the Nemesis versus, well, the shitty waste of time match at the very end. Cedric Alexander's on the pre-show. We're not bothering with the pre-show. Pre-shows are for pussies. Okay, so Catherine's going for. Slayer. She's going for Kazarian. Okay, nice one. Hometown Man and Matt Cardona, I believe it is. Yeah, Matt Cardona. Anyone that picks the fucking Hometown Man will be automatically blocked from the channel. Because that gimmick makes me want to kill someone. Don't worry, I will add these properly on the spreadsheet as soon as I get back in. Somehow. I'm not bluffing, by the way. Anyone that picks it, I will honestly boot them out the channel. There's free speech and then there's taking the piss. Did you put one in for that one? You're missing one, Zodiac. Let's see, Zodiac for that one, so... To be fair, it's not really Team Dick Doko, it's House of Torture. Because Evil's also in this match. You're actually going with Tai Chi and Ishii. That's disgusting. What's up, Maria? Roy Sheen, hello, how you doing? Everyone in the chat, of course, hello. Takahashi. Finlay. Kid. And ZSJ. Okay. If you guys want to see the matchups for Sunday's event, here you go. There you go. It's not their first defense, though. They've held the championship like for quite a while, and they've defended it for a while as well. Thanks, James. Appreciate it. Let's see. House of Torture. Tanahashi, Oleg, Knockout Brothers. See, James gets it. Finlay. You're going for Kid to defend, okay. I've gone for Shingo to beat Gabe Kidd. I actually think we're going to see that. Yeah, I think that's just crazy that they've not defended it yet, but I'd take it off them. they're not going to do anything with the belts, so you may as well give them to someone who's actually going to want to do something with the belts. So give it to the Knockout Brothers. If I have to spend all night trying to reset this password, I fucking will. But in the meantime, I'm adding something into this. For some reason, you can do QR codes on this now as well, which I don't understand. Okay, so Catherine's gone for that, okay. Catherine picking Great Okan over Tanahashi, man. Catherine really chose violence. There's no way Takahashi's going to lose the title before he creates history. There's no way. Okay. Anyway, just to put some smiles on my face. Poppin'. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Maria's gone for Santana. Sup, Tina? Santana. She's gone for Slater. Moose. The Joe Hendry Eric Young match. And then you do your New Japan ones. The inspiration. Hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on a minute. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There it is. I was going to say one was missing. There it is. We're good. We have no other choice, mate. We have to do these now because for some reason my Outlook has logged me out and it won't let me change my password. So I'm having to do this a different way. So we need to do it now. So I need predictions for both shows. Let's see, inspiration. So yeah, all of the predictions in at once, folks. I need your New Japan ones and I need your New Japan predictions and your TNA Victory Road ones all at once. And hopefully I can sort it for tomorrow. It's just going to take me a bit of time because Outlook is a prick. I hate the fact that Outlook's like, oh, you want to reset your password? Yes. Do you want to reset your password? Yes. But there's some new thing that I don't understand. Like if I've done like a password code for my Gmail that's linked to it, and it's like, oh, you need a fucking hidden code. What hidden code? Some way, somehow, I'm gonna figure that out. I mean, so do I, but it's the only one that matters. You better fucking work now. Okay. So Fernando's dropped those picks, that's fine. I still need you to go and get the New Japan ones. Right, so he's got bang, bang. You're missing one. Fernando, you're missing one. Actually, hold on. You're missing two. You're missing Macklin versus Kazarian or Moose versus Mustafa Ali. Okay. So we've had one pick for Kazarian and only one for Ali. Interesting. Maria, you need to give me your prediction as well for... Thanks. Maria, you need to give me your prediction for Macklin versus Kazarian as well. Thanks, Josiah. Appreciate it, brother. Oh, fuck off. Okay, that's fine. Right, Josiah. I don't think he will. But yeah, I'll personally book a flight and kill him myself. Suji, okay. First pick for Suji. You've gone for Gabe Kidd. Interesting. So I'm the only person that's picked Shingo. And Josiah's the only person that's picked Suji. Intriguing. But I can come back to that later. For now, it's time to do some business. So, nah, it's too late. Predictions already locked in. The difference is I just can't update them, but they're in. Oh, New Japan always do weird things. No worries, Temple. Cheers. Anyway, let's get to it. So that's those predictions out of the way. Let's get on with why we're here. So, let's get into two shows that actually were fairly decent, although one thing is absolutely embarrassing that we need to actually go through. Because once again, TNA just loves to wind people up. Yeah, we know. It was always going to be for the title. Like, it was never not going to be for the title. Okay. I got 5 from Maria, just need the other 3. Fernando's still got to drop his New Japan ones. Thoughts on Toni Storm losing the women's title? The time is right and she should never win it again. Like, that's it. Only one person's not picked the Knockout Brothers. No, you're not. No, Roy Sheen, you're fine. It's just tonight no one's allowed to change predictions. There's no predictions. Once you drop it in the chat, that's it. There's no change. I'm actually changing the rule. Like, there's no switching, and that includes me as well. There's no more switching. Okay, brothers. Takahashi. Yeah, most of the time it is. So you've got the House of Torture match versus, well, Shota Umino's team, which is Team Boron. You've got Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ren Narita. And you've got... What else have you missed out? Gabe Kidd. Oh, and you've got Gabe Kidd one. Never mind. There's one you're missing. Where is it? Yeah, the world title match, the House of Torture match, and there is one there. Yeah, the House of Torture match, the world title match, and there's one more you're missing. I'm just trying to read it. It's the problem with having a dyslexic brain. Because Toni Storm's won the title 4 times already. She's done a lot with the title. She can't do any more. She should never be world champion again. If anyone's got a problem with that, sue me. You won't get anything. There's one here that... no, she's missing. I can't figure it out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, yeah, it's just the world title match and the House of Torture match. That's all you're missing, Maria. That's all you're missing. No, you're not, Josiah. Maria's also picked Suji. The reason why I haven't picked Suji is because Suji's going to get an even bigger win after this. That's why I haven't picked him. You're missing quite a few things. There's nothing there for Suji by beating David Finlay. That's the problem. Roy Sheen, you're missing... You're missing a few yourself. Yes, but it won't last. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. New Japan don't know realistically what they're doing. That's why they'll fuck it up. That's why I've not chosen. Who would win in a fight? A woman who can beat any man or a woman who can beat any woman? A woman who can beat any woman. Because the former doesn't happen. Oh yeah, I did. That's why they'll make more of it, that they'll put him on the win spot. That's the problem. But a woman who can beat any man I've never once seen. So it's a woman who can beat any woman wins a fight. Plain and simple. Difference is I've got the balls to say it. But yeah, House of Torture or Shota Umino's team that's led by that fucking idiot is all you're missing, Maria. Roy Sheen, you're missing 4 matches. You're missing the winner of Macklin versus Kazarian. You're missing the women's tag. Well, I would say women, but Elegance brand, I don't call them women. I call them moles. One woman beat up a man. Was that man being generous? Yeah, so... If she goes back to WWE, she has retired from wrestling. WWE is a retirement home. If she used a weapon, then he certainly had no choice. Or if he was blind. Okay, right, so... This is for Roy Sheen. A frying pan. Okay, so it was never going to be much of a fight anyway. So this is for Roy Sheen only. For yeah. I am not putting that down as a prediction. There is no House of Torture slander on here. And there's no way Takahashi's losing. But I'll put it down for you. I still hate the tag team name of Knockout Brothers. Like, good tag team, shit name. Proper shit name. That's why they'll still find a way to win by cheating in an 8-man tag. That's the humor. But whilst Evil's still in the faction, we don't slander them. We slander the rest, but we don't. When Evil's in the match, we don't slander House of Torture. Ugh. No, Shingo's in the same match, Fernando. Shingo versus Gabe is the match. That's because, well, TK's opinion on Evil's irrelevant. Exactly. Well, we don't slander Show either, and we don't slander Dookie, and we don't slander Sinatra Truth. But Tony Khan's opinion on Evil is irrelevant. Because he employs Orange Cassidy for a living. That's why his opinion is irrelevant. Whereas Evil is better than the vast majority of that roster. Don't worry, James, after last night's Impact, when it comes to Victory Road expectations, the only one I've got is getting out of there. The poster for Destruction and Kobe is actually top tier. But Takahashi is never going to be moved up. And Diona is now off screen. No, Catherine. No. Absolutely not. Evil would literally walk in and win the AEW World title. That's how good a wrestler he actually is. Tony Khan just doesn't like him because Evil actually has a character that he wouldn't know what to do with. And that's not a bad thing. It's just a simple thing. Saying OC is better than Evil, that's just no. We don't do that here. The quicker I can get this done, the quicker I can actually get to what we need to do, because I'm sticking to 2-hour time limits, or within 2 hours. I'm not going any longer than that now, unless it's a big pay-per-view like discussion show or review. I'm looking for it yet, so yada yada yada. Shota Umino just needs to do what Ren Narita needs to do. Get out of wrestling. Okay, so you've gone for Takahashi. Okay, what about the rest of them? I need 2, 4, 7. Yeah, one more from you, and it's the 6. It's this match here. I've got the rest, I believe. Actually, no, hold on. I need this one from you. I need... Fuck off, Shota. I need that one. So, House of Torture or Shota's team. I need Bolton. You've done... I need Bolton or Don Fail. I need David Finlay or Yota Tsuji. And then that's you. I'm hoping that tomorrow I can get into the Excel spreadsheet. I'm hoping that I can. Okay, that's fine. So he's gone for House of Torture. Okay. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more for me, Fernando. One more. David Finlay or Yota Tsuji? What is it, Josiah? Well, we know that Josiah's not happy with that. I'm gonna try every fucking form that I have. You never know. End of the day, all you gotta do is just give it a shot. Fuck's sake. 2 more minutes, guys. Just waiting for 2, 4, 6, 7. Actually, I've got that. If she's still there, it's from Roy Sheen at the very end. Absolutely. Anyway, that one's off. Let's get back to it. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna come to that tonight. Don't worry, and I'm gonna absolutely slaughter that segment because that segment was deadly awful, and the Hardys should be ashamed of themselves. Fucking pathetic tag team. I've actually lost the plot with the Hardys. Like, I actually want nothing to do with the Hardys anymore. Jonathan Gresham, maybe, but what are they going to do with him? That's the problem. They gave him a character, and then they binned him. So, I don't know what you're going to do with him, but... yeah. Joys. It's because fucking TNA are fuck nuggets. Anyway, let's get on with it. So... let's start with this opener, and it was surprising as well. It's not that he's lost he hasn't lost a few steps. The problem is the double stroke is going to hold him back. A double stroke isn't good. How he recovers from that, I do not know. To be honest, I wouldn't let him back in the ring. If it was up to me, I would be like, no. But his wife won't. His wife is too stupid to say no, so she'll just tell him, "Nah, go on, you can do this," when she should be saying no. Anyway, so TNA this week starts with the tag match ahead of the X Division Championship match, which is tonight. That's Leon Slater versus Myron Reed. It's Slater and Alexander versus 2 members of the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Vance, who are part of the only match on the TNA Victory Road preview show. It's part of a triple threat that's not even going to be worth interesting. Yeah, she's too busy chasing Blake around, exactly. Oh. I thought this match was actually not too bad in terms of good pacing. My only thing is, though, is the fact that they had Slater versus Alexander win. Does that mean they're going to have a bit of a change? At Victory Road, it's not often that the champion does win back-to-back, the go-home show match and the pay-per-view, but we shall see. Leon Slater's coming to his own fully in TNA. Like, he's really adapted to North America very well. His style is suited for any company, let's be real, except WWE, because they would steal his identity. They would steal his soul. They would take him from being young and exciting and turn him into a 90-year-old within 5 minutes. Because WWE destroys talent. As you can see, I'm not holding back on WWE anymore. The match is very much a back and forth. There's not a lot of one-sided dominance in this match, which is actually a very good thing. It's very competitive, high speed, lots of high offense as well. There's very little technical wrestling, which is okay, I suppose. It fits all 4 people in this match. But the Swanton 450 does seal it for Slater. Will he beat Myron Reed tonight? I'm expecting him to. But it's going to be interesting to see how he gets there. Will Cedric Alexander turn on Leon Slater? I mean, they can't keep this charade going far longer than this. They can't keep that going. So I'm eager to see what they do with that. But again, I liked it. I like all 4 men in this match anyway. I'm just not sure what we're going to get going forward. But I'm eager to find out. I am eager to find out. Backstage, Gia Miller's in an interview with Frankie Kazarian, who's promised to make something out of Jake something before they team up in the main event. Because in this main event, it is Steve Macklin and Mr. Anderson versus Kazarian and Jake something. They're busy looking to conglomerate the bold without being a conglomeration. Obviously, they showed the NXT from Tuesday. They showed the invasion shit. Skipping it. I don't want to talk about it because I'll end up losing my temper. Eric Young backstage yells at Santino Marella, of course, and then the match is made for this. Cool. So Victory Road, that's obviously how they get to this match. Just Eric Young yelling like the old bald man that he is. Tessa Blanchard's suspension with TNA is officially lifted thanks to Gia Miller. And this obviously leads up to Victoria Crawford versus Jodie Fret in singles knockout action. Plain and simple. This match was horrible. What's up, Abu? This match was horrible, but Tessa did return. Causes a distraction. Victoria Crawford hits the axe kick and secures the victory. Joe Hendry, he loves to tell a story. He gave a bit of backstory about his match with Eric Young. Sigh. For the Mustafa Ali versus Moose match, a challenge was made directly to Order 4. I really like this. The challenge being leave all members of your factions at the very end. I like that. That was very well done. And that's how it should be. Leave. Just let it be leader versus leader. Let's see who the better man is. Still get interference from someone who's not a member anyway, but we'll see what happens. But even though I can't stand Moose, I actually think Moose versus Mustafa Ali will actually be a decent match tomorrow. In terms of tomorrow, I say tonight, but obviously tomorrow, as in for me, it will be Saturday morning. The Call Your Shot Gauntlet match for Bound for Glory had its 20th place qualifying match tonight. The winner of this battle royal would get the final entrant in the gauntlet, which is 20th. And this match is intergender. And this match of all things is won by Mance Warner. God almighty, TNA, you failed this talent anyway. His gimmick has failed, and you're putting him as number 20 in a gauntlet match that gets a title of your choice. I don't like math, but I can do math, and the math doesn't make a balanced equation from an unbalanced equation, so it doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I don't get this decision. Participants in this match: AJ Francis, Rosemary, Killer Kelly, Ryan Nemeth, Matt Cardona, Hometown Man, Zaya Brookside, Liang Lee. They were all decent. Mance Warner does win, of course. My question is though, did Gail Kim find this believable? That's what I want to know. Did Gail Kim find that believable? Again, we already know this because I confirmed it to everybody, but obviously it's just tying things up. Of course, the further announcement of Mickie James and the Beautiful People being the all knockouts class this year for the Hall of Fame. There's a hype video for Mike Santana on the road to Bound for Glory. It's not working. And now we need to suffer. This next part, we're all going to suffer. It's the final negotiation. God almighty. Whoever's idea this was, seriously, needs to have their job taken from them. I'm not kidding. So the final negotiation is ahead of the Bound for Glory match between the Hardys and Team 3D. Who are looking from 25 years on to still ride past glories. Or in Bully Ray's case, ride the coattails of someone better than him and still try to find relevancy. Because the man's never been relevant, let's be real. The segment does get to the fact that they're no longer going to go by the name of Team 3D. They're going back to the Dudley Boys. And we know that's the case because, well, TNA can officially use that name now. I would knock him out with ease. Although, to be fair, I need to be careful because this damn body odor would probably inflict pain. The crowd during this match did chant TLC. Sigh. And the winner of this match will be going as the greatest tag team of all time. Well, I don't recognize the Dudleys or Team 3D as a great tag team anyway, so this is just funny. But this became just a reminiscence segment about what they've done together, and obviously they talk about Royal Rumble 2000, which was the first ever tag team tables match, which the Hardys beat the Dudleys, which of course the Dudleys don't like that. So, in the meantime, between now and Bound for Glory, depending on if the Hardys keep their titles at Bound for Glory. It will be the Hardys versus the Dudleys in a tag team title match tag team title tables match. The contract wasn't even signed. The contract was ripped up by Devon. And the match was agreed to with a good old-fashioned handshake. Guess we don't need contract signings anymore if that's the case. Backstage, of course, Mustafa Ali not happy with the disrespect that he gets and also the Order of Force disrespect. He also accepts the challenge to leave everyone behind for the match. But I love what Mustafa Ali did here. Mustafa Ali raised the stakes. He said whoever wins gets the advantage for the hardcore war. And Bound for Glory between Order 4 and the System. 4 versus 4 hardcore war match. So that's quite interesting. The Countdown to Victory Road and Victory Road matches, of course, are listed in full. On the Countdown show, AJ Francis will have Matt Hardy on the First Class Penthouse, so skip it. There is no Knockouts World title match or TNA World title match on this card, so there isn't actually a clear main event. So the main event of this is probably going to be Moose versus Mustafa Ali, because there's no way Ridge Holland gets a main event, and he shouldn't even be on this show anyway. Although I would like Slater versus Myron Reed to be the main event, but it's not going to happen. In the main event, this is what I like about TNA's main events. They really do like to give you a fairly decent main event match. This match went just under 17 minutes. Steve Macklin and Mr. Anderson versus Jake Something and Frankie Kazarian. The humor about the fact that he tried to get his microphone and it backfired, so Steve Macklin actually improvised. I have to admit that was funny. But it kind of kills the gimmick if you can't have Mr. Anderson's official microphone. If that is the main event, then don't bother watching, because Ridge Holland will probably break Santana's neck. This match starts with Macklin and Jake Something. Jake Something gets absolutely battered in the early stages. Kazarian tags in, regains some control, but the crowd does chant for Anderson. He does tag in, and it is a rehashing of 2010 to 2012 Impact. Kazarian and Anderson in the ring. Credit to Kazarian. Kazarian actually sells well here for Mr. Anderson, who obviously can't really do much anymore in terms of movement in the ring. So it's nice to see that Kazarian, as another veteran, is doing the business. On the outside of the ring, we get some double teams from Anderson and Macklin on Kazarian. All of them get back into the ring and then straight back out. Straight back on the floor, both Kazarian and Jake Something. Back in the ring, Anderson and Macklin are tag teaming over Kazarian. Kazarian catches Anderson with a face rake. Very important as well. It slows the pace and it allows the tempo to pick up for Kazarian. Jake Something comes in. No tag. And Tom Hannafan, at this point, he actually has a Michael Cole moment. He has a fit, which is really not fun. Kazarian hits a jumping leg drop for a 2 count. He then gets a snap suplex. Again, another 2 count. And then we got another phantom tag, which is basically just a false tag. And Tom Hannafan just can't keep it in his pants about having a fit. Kazarian goes back to basics. He hits a very clear and strong chin lock. Anderson manages to break out. He gets a hot tag, and then Macklin tags in finally to a legal Jake Something. He hits a running knee on Kazarian, then hits a German suplex. He hits the Trio Woe. He gets Jake Something the Trio Woe and he hits the corner and charge, but Jake Something manages to evade. On the outside of the ring, Kazarian knocks down Macklin with a clothesline. And then Jake Something hits a short arm clothesline as well. Another chin lock. And more tag-ins from Anderson and Kazarian. Kazarian goes for the chicken wing. Anderson counters with a Green Bay plunge, gets a 2 count. And then goes for the mic check, but does not work. Kazarian goes for fade to black, but gets caught. Anderson hits the mic check for a 2 count. Jake Something does break it. We got a brawl between Jake Something and Steve Macklin. Kazarian hits the back stabber and a sliding lariat and gets a springboard leg drop for 2. The crowd at this point actually stopped being delusional and the crowd had actually been good at this point. And the crowd were fully behind Mr. Anderson. It was lovely to see Mr. Anderson get that level of ovation and reaction. He's a good guy. Again, another chicken wing attempt by Kazarian fails and Anderson does one of his own. Jake Something gets involved, breaks it, and then hits a backdrop. Macklin tags back in, hits the Olympic slam. Another inside the ring brawl. And then Anderson hits Jake Something with the mic check. And then we get the killed in action, which is the Impaler DDT from Macklin on Kazarian for the win. Strong main event. Good show from Impact. Obviously, there's some little things that are a little bit unnecessary, a little bit sloppy. The sloppy being, well, Team 3D. But apart from that, all in all, I was happy with TNA this week. I was more happy with this than I was last week. Really liked it. First of all, yeah, I need more Mr. Anderson as well. This is what I would do. Mr. Anderson needs to take Santino Marella's job. I'm sorry, but Santino Marella needs to be removed from Director of Operations, and Mr. Anderson should be the guy to do it. Because I'm sick of Santino's crappy one-liners. Like, I'm genuinely sick of it. Ah, fuck Trick Williams. He's a proper bastard. I hate the fact that he's still the world champ. And also, why are the Hardys getting to avoid Victory Road when they're tag team champions? They should be defending their belts. But, hey ho. Another day, another dollar. As you Americans would say. To Trick Williams. At least we know for sure it's not going to be Adam Copeland. He will not be part of this tour. And also, thank God. Victory Road has never been so much in a while. Fuck safety. Have some pain. Anyway. On Honor Club last night, we had a lovely debut from someone who escaped WWE. But we've got a fun show ahead. So, we have 2 title matches, a Proving Ground match, a debut, a pure women's title tournament match, and the Premier Athletes. So, let's begin. Ring of Honor this week starts with Bandido versus Dralistico in a Ring of Honor World Title Proving Ground match. This is actually a very good match. Bandido comes out to the ring alone. Dralistico is accompanied by Reece. Honestly, I really enjoyed this one in terms of overall. Bound for Glory is next month. Bound for Glory is the week after Wrestle Dream, I believe. No, it's the week before. Because Wrestle Dream is the 18th. Bound for Glory this year is, the week before, October 12th. But yeah, this match is really good. The thing that does let wild though is the very start of the match. Yeah, Bound for Glory is October. It's in 3 weeks. I really enjoyed the way that this match started. Instead of the Honor Code hit Dralistico straight in, gives him the middle finger, really pisses off Bandido. But Bandido does get out wrestled in the first 5 minutes of this match. Really did enjoy it. Reece does get caught, however, when he tries to interfere. He does grab Dralistico when he goes for a quick pin, like grabs the ropes. But the referee does catch him. He does see it. And he does get sent back. This is in the 5-minute warning. Obviously, a Proving Ground match is 10 minutes. Bandido would hit the high knee square. Or as people call it, it'd be the axe high knee. And he pins him straight for the win of this one. This was really good. Post-match celebration, however, is where things get really bad. Post-match celebration, Bandido celebrating the crown. He's attacked by a masked man. The masked man removes the mask and is Blake Christian. Bandido does manage to get a little bit of a fight back, but he's attacked from Lee Johnson, and they hit him with a lethal injection. Hologram and Commander, who's returned to Ring of Honor, has fought them off, but if they're going to put the title on Blake Christian, I swear to God, I will not review Ring of Honor after that. If that dork wins it, I will be absolutely fuming. Because he's a vanilla, boring midget. The Premier Athletes come down to the ring. They complain that Mark Sterling was getting surgery because of the conglomeration, obviously facial surgery. Obviously for tonight, it's Tony Nese, Arya Daivari, and Story Denali, who is a little bit taller than me. She's 6'5", I'm 6'4". Their opponents are JD Inc., El Magnifico, and Rebecca Scott, who is, well, very short. This was absolutely wild. Denali does get the resulting win with a choke slam, big choke slam. But I think from what you can see in this match, she seems to have a lot of potential, but you can tell she's very green. It's going to be a long time before she can get the craft in the ring, but I think she's got some future. She's on the screen, but she's up in action next. It's Deonna Purrazzo versus Viva Vaughn. This is not part of the tournament, which is really annoying because at this point, Deonna Purrazzo should just be the fucking champion anyway. For the Women's Pure Rules title. We did get the Code of Honor and the match does begin. And as always, Deonna Purrazzo just goes straight for the arms and the waist. The first rope break is used after 45 seconds. Viva Vaughn, in response to that, hits a spinning heel kick, knocks Purrazzo to the mat. We get a front face lock, but Purrazzo forces her into the corner and goes for the surfboard. Not much in it, so she changes to a shoulder wrench. Again, Deonna Purrazzo is the best women's technical wrestler by a mile. She just understands the whole thing really well, and she's got a good pacing of controlling and dictating the tempo of a match. We just need to get her to become the wrestling historian. Again, as she does, she loves that arm bar, so she works on the arm. The second rope break at 2 minutes 53 from the third arm bar of the match. Viva Van goes for a springboard dropkick and then a spinning back fist, which really lays into Purrazzo and stuns her. But after hitting a pump kick, she makes a fatal mistake. She celebrates. Deonna Purrazzo gets up, hits the big boot, and the Queen's Gambit snap pile driver for the victory. Again, this woman, in my eyes, just can't do any wrong when it comes to wrestling. She is my favorite women's wrestler. She has been for a very long time. We have 3 matches to go on Ring of Honor. Fresh off a losing effort on Dynamite this week, Mina Shirakawa defends the interim Women's World Television title against Lacey Lane, formerly known to you guys, if you're a WWE fan, Kaden Carter. And honestly, Lacey was in excellent shape for this. Like, she looked great. I think she's also lost a little bit of weight as well because she was looking a little bit leaner in like the chin and cheek area. Like, you can see there's a lot of change there. It's not as rounded, it's a little bit more like in. I don't like the fact that it's an interim women's title. Red Velvet's unavailable, so just make Mina Shirakawa the proper champion. I'm sick of having interim champions in wrestling. This isn't UFC. Mina Shirakawa does actually have a broken hand. And that's what makes the start of the match funny. During her entrance, when she's trying to take her jacket off, it gets stuck on her cast. But really, really loved this one. The appreciation of Lacey Lane as well is Lacey Lane actually helps the referee to take the jacket off Mina. She doesn't attack her. She adheres to the Code of Honor conduct. And instead of going for the broken hand, she pays respect to the champion and she goes for the legs. But Mina Shirakawa transitions into a beautiful double stomp. In the corner, Mina Shirakawa's hung up in the corner and a dropkick is stuck up by Lacey Lane. A couple of kick attempts by Lacey is evaded. And then instead she goes for some chops, which I'm absolutely fine with because it's all about the vibrations. Shirakawa hits some forearms and then goes for the head scissor into Russian leg sweep. Cloverleaf backbreaker, superb. Done really well. And then we got a figure 4 leg lock, but Lacey manages to get the ropes. Only just. Lacey Lane does get back into the match, of course. Her forearm combinations are on point. She does hit a DDT. And then she hits a running knee as well. But in smart fashion by the champion, she rolls through and hits a bulldog for a 2 count. Up to the top rope, Lacey Lane, but Shirakawa brings her down and hits a sling blade from the top turnbuckle. And honestly, I think this would be a great finisher. The sling blade from the top rope actually looks deadly. But in this case, it's only for a 2 count. Shirakawa hits 2 spinning back fists and then back to the figure 4. And at this point, Lacey Lane, after breaking up the first time, this time she's forced to tap out. Still your interim women's television champion, Mina Shirakawa, dancing in front of your very eyes. Indeed, is Mina now. Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles: La Facción Ingobernable Rush and Sammy Guevara, accompanied by the loser, Dralistico or Loser Listico, versus Marshall Von Erich and Ross Von Erich of the legendary Von Erich's family. This is for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. Post Death Before Dishonor, obviously Guevara turned on the Von Erichs, joined the LFI, which was a smart move. This was really, really well done. You can tell this was like the way they've planned it. It's almost like they've been planning it for a long time. The way it was delivered, I really enjoyed it. Before the bell rings, the Von Erichs actually do get jumped by Sammy Guevara and Rush. They do steal his hat, but he manages to get that back in control. I do like this one. I actually really enjoyed this match. I thought the tag team wrestling as well was really well done. The Von Erichs get better and better every week. They're getting so much better. Ross Von Erich does hit a Falcon Arrow from the top rope, but only gets a 2 count. He goes up to the top rope, goes for a diving double axe handle, but he gets caught with a high knee. Guevara then hits a stomp, and then Rush goes for the ankle, throws him in the corner, and they both pose. They do the Tranquilo pose. Rush throws Ross out to ringside. Dralistico starts to attack him. Rush also allows the same thing to happen, but Dralistico gets involved inside the ring. We get some in-ring chops from Marshall on Rush after he tags in. Marshall does go for the splash in the corner. And then he hits a big boot and the iron claw. But this was obviously broken up. We do get the claw slam double team. Guevara breaks it, and then pair distraction. It leads to Dralistico and once again getting involved. He just keeps kicking them. We get Rush does give the Von Erichs the horns, and then Guevara hits the swanton for the win. Perazzo backstage, phenomenal promo from Deonna. She's ready for her title tournament match. And then the main event, it's Women's Pure Title, Billie Starkz versus Olympia. The winner goes to the semi-finals. This is a brilliant match, and Billie Starkz again has proven herself. There's a lot in this 60-minute time limit match that does go just over 10 minutes. It was really well done. Billie Starkz counters a military press gorilla slam into a crucifix driver for the crucifix driving pin for the win. Into a straight roll up, and she's punched her way into the semi-finals. I think Deonna's going to win it, but if you're looking at dark horse, it's definitely the lovely Billie. The lovely Billie Starkz. It's got to be the dark horse to win this one. But overall, I thought that was really well done. I liked Ring of Honor this week. I liked Impact this week. Both you can see them actually trying to make the ends meet for each other. It was really well done. Extremely well done. And that was all of that. So ladies and gentlemen, after reviewing 2 TVs, we did our predictions. The only thing I can say is tomorrow, episode 13 of the SWA, and it's the Glasgow Steelcade, which means AI control. Except for one match I will be taking control of, but I'm not telling you which one. All I'm going to tell you is it might not be the World Champions match. But one thing's for sure, the Tempest Foundation is likely to turn heel. Yes, we've got Victory Road and Destruction in Kobe 2025 predictions. Victory Road predictions and Destruction in Kobe. So if you look up those two, Abu, look up those two shows and then drop them in the comments after the video. Guys, I'm going to get out here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow because I'm going to do Victory Road as part of the Destruction in Kobe review show. So I'm going to review both at the same time with Temple Plays, with Josiah. So there you go. So in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all. Thanks, Abu. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night. I'm not watching SmackDown. If you are, try and survive. But in the meantime, au revoir. Good night. Buenas noches. I'll see you later. And today, our time comes to an end. This has been another exciting stream. Thank you very much for watching. And also, remember, if you get cracked over the head with a steel chair, you're not going to get concussion. You're just going to come back here. Goodbye.